Okay, guys, Curran pointed something out to me that I'll go ahead and put up here right now, that you don't have the graph to do numbers 13, 17, and 21 because I'm not very smart and I didn't add it to the homework. So you can just take those out, but there you go. Sorry about that. Okay, guys, for example number 3, it says graph 2x minus 3y equals 6 in a coordinate plane. Now, last year, because you actually had math last year, and most of you learned something, you know that there are a few ways that you can graph this thing. We can use the t-chart, okay? We can use the intercepts method, or you can use slope-intercept. And the most efficient, I think, is slope-intercept, okay? But and you know what? I'm going to go ahead and talk about that right now, okay? I could just pick a couple of x's and have it spit out y's, plot those points, and then connect the dots. But you know what? I'm actually going to take this equation, just because we need to begin practicing this again, and I'm going to put it in function form, which we talked about earlier, okay? So I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. I'm getting the y by itself. So I've got minus 3y is equal to negative 2x plus 6. I always write my x in front of the constant term. Then I'm going to divide both sides by negative 3, everything that is. And I'm going to get y is equal to positive 2/3 x minus 2. Okay? Now remember, this is what I said. I pointed this difference out earlier. We're not plotting points now like we did in example number 1. We do this differently, Austin. What we do is we go up first. The very first thing I always do is go to the y-intercept, negative 2. And I put a dot there. Now that means that point is on line. And so I go from that point using the slope to get to the next point. And guys, you'll remember that this number, the number in front of the x, is the slope. And it's always rise over run. Okay? So from the y-intercept, I'm going to rise 2, 1, 2. And I'm going to run 3, 1, 2, 3. And put a dot here. Okay? I can do that again to help me draw a better line, right? Give myself another point, and it looks something like this. Okay? That's what our line looks like. Now, I'm going to take just a second, and I'm going to go to Grapher. And what was the, what was it? It was 2/3 x?
Yeah, 2/3 x.
Okay, so let me put that in here. So 2 divided by 3, x. And then what was it, minus 2?
Yeah.
Minus 2. And then when we hit that, and you know what, I'll zoom in a little closer so we can see what this graph looks like. So now, let me move this out of our way. You can see that it goes through the point negative 2, right? And if I go up to 1, 2, each one of the dots is a half. Okay, and then over 3, 1, 2, 3, right? And then there's my line. You guys just drew it. Okay? All right. Good to go. I'm hoping that you guys remember that. It's the easiest way for us to do it, I think, most efficient way. Yeah. All right. Good job, guys. Let's look at the next example.
That was a little confusing.
What
was?
Recording. You're still recording.
Oh,